Good morning, 8th grade, Monday, April 6th. So I made a little agenda here, which I will also type up. But it basically says, I want to make sure that you have turned in reflection 4 for Divergent, that we are going to review chapters 3 and 4 today from Divergent. The assignment will be to read chapter 5 and then chapter 5 reflection questions, and then to continue working on your vocab on vocab.com. So I'm going to show that to you here, and it will also be posted in Canvas, okay? In terms of if you have not yet submitted chapter 4 questions, and if it's past 10 o'clock, which if you're watching this, it is, then you need to email those to me. It's just going to make it easier for me to make sure that I'm getting, late work checked in, and that I'm updating the grade book and taking those zeros out, okay? I don't take off for late points, so it's really just an easier system for me. So that's why I put kind of that lock feature into Canvas, because again, it just makes it easier for me to keep tabs on who's turning things in and who is missing things if I need to reach out and say, hey, you're missing something, get it turned in, okay? All right, so that's done with our agenda. Okay, so let's go back and talk about chapter 3, okay? And again, I did these notes, so you can always pause it to be able to copy these down. But I just figured this was an easier way to kind of recap these chapters as we go through them, since we're not actually in the classroom. And again, during office hours, if you guys ever want to Zoom chat and you've got a question, that's a great time to do that, okay? So, Chapter 3, Beatrice wakes to find Tori concerned about the results. So, again, she took that aptitude test to kind of see where she's going to place into. And when she wakes up, Tori's concerned because Beatrice tested into 3 different factions. She tested into abnegation, erudite, and dauntless. So the fact that she tested into 3 makes her a divergent, which is kind of a problem because divergents can't exist. They then become factionless, which basically kind of means they live on the streets. And so Tori tells her not to tell anybody that she is truly a divergent and to keep that to herself, because essentially Beatrice is going to need to decide what faction she feels like she needs to go into, so that she, isn't considered to be a divergent and then essentially has to become factionless. So those are the main points of chapter 3, okay? So again, you can always pause this video if you want to be able to look at these notes longer or copy them down, okay? All right, chapter 4, Beatrice gets home just a couple of minutes before Caleb. They cook dinner together. Over dinner, the mom is saying that she heard something went wrong with somebody with one of the testing, and Beatrice is kind of quiet about it. And the dad, who's more of a politician, is kind of going on and on about Marcus, who's a friend of his, and his son, who, took a different path, and again, yada, yada, yada. But really before bed, Caleb turning to Beatrice and saying, we both need to think about our options. So it's kind of a preview of what's to come, in that perhaps neither of them are going to stay with abnegation, okay? All right. Sorry, Jack is eating something with a wrapper and it's making a lot of noise. So those are the main points of chapters 3 and 4. You realize all of 8th grade is going to see that.
You think I care?
Okay. Lockdown, week 4. That's pretty much where we're at right now. So that's pretty much the gist of chapters 3 and 4. Your assignment for Wednesday is to read chapter 5, complete the reflection questions for chapter 5, and then to continue to work on vocab for Divergent. I'm going to kind of continue to take a pause from the research paper until we get back from spring break, since we just have class this Monday and Wednesday. It doesn't really make sense to me to start the next component of the paper with us just having 2 days of class rather, and then a whole week off. So I'm sure you'll all be really sad to hear that you're going to get a break from the research paper. So we'll pick that up on April 20th when we come back from spring break. Okay? I miss you guys. I really, really miss you guys. It is really boring to do these videos.
Yeah, right?
And teach from this and then wait for the video to upload versus to actually like be in school and see all of your faces and answer your questions live. So again, if you've got questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Please continue to stay on top of getting assignments in because it's a lot easier to get them done, you know, when they're due versus to have to try to play catch up. Okay? All right. Enjoy your Monday and we'll see you all on Wednesday. Okay. Bye.